Hello everybody! It has been one whole week since I've seen you guys. Hi. Did you miss me? Hi. I missed you a lot. I don't even know how to stream anymore. This is so awkward. Thank you everyone for the warm welcome back. Thank you for the members, for the soups, and for the rocks. Thank you all so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hi everybody! Hello Apple, hotchickencurry, Atal, Rowan, Brovin, Tony, Saruka, Liam, Cockman, Understeer, Mimy, Harper, Sonic, Logan, Greg, Hush, Orange, JonJonH, Galactic, Hoppy, Sawyer, Martin, Sandwich. Hello everybody. Mark. My Google Chrome crashed again. I should really switch. Why am I even streaming on Google Chrome? Let me just close all of these. But hi everyone! Hello, hello, hello! Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, I guess. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? I don't remember how to stream. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. I really went into this blind, didn't I? So, since we're finally back together again after so long, one whole week, tell me, how much did you miss me? Did you miss me every single second? What were you doing while I was gone? Were you missing me the entire time? You're on vacation. I hope you have fun too. Doing good? That's good. You've been sick. Oh my gosh, I hope you've been feeling better. Pokopia? Oh my gosh, have fun with Pokopia. I haven't played in so long. ASMR relays. Oh, I saw a couple of them. I hope they were fun. Thank you, Ducks. 12 out of 10. I don't know what those numbers mean. but they seem like pretty big numbers, so... You pass. Every time I blinked, I saw your silhouette. Oh shoot, I think you gotta go to the hospital, get that checked out. I don't know if that's good for you. A carbuncle shrine. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that, Apple. I am free from League of Legends and enjoying life. It's not fake news. It's okay. You don't have to lie to me. I won't judge you. I stayed in my corner crying. Well, stop crying because I'm back. So cute. Thinking about me every second, as you should. Kicking rocks? Why aren't you eating the rocks? Why were you kicking your food? Don't you know it's rude to play with your food? I'm not even gonna read what you said out loud. Working and sick. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I know a lot of people are getting sick these days, so make sure you take care of yourselves, get enough rest, drink a lot of water too, okay? I lost 4 games in ranked flex and was placed gold. Did you guys hear that apparently they're bringing back like 5-man ranked games, but they're only available on like certain days or something? I don't know if it's real or not, or if just like a rumor, but it sounds interesting. Kanji? They taste bad? Rocks taste really good. What do you mean? Fake serotonin, fake serotonin. What do you mean you don't like eating rocks? The unemployed ladder? Yeah, imagine trying to get 5... I mean, I guess 4. Imagine trying to get 4 friends to play ranked with you. Do you even have 4 friends? That must be very difficult. I quit my job! Oh my gosh! Congratulations on the unemployment desk, Brock! But you started on company and now you employ yourself. Okay, that's That's a little bit unfortunate. I'm so sorry for your loss. I was so excited for you. I was like, damn, one of my serotonin is finally free from capitalism and labor all day. But no, you just chose an even more difficult profession. Yeah, it gives you all of the nutrients that you need. Duh! Oh, my chat is broken. Still broken, hey? What is going on with YouTube? Why does this happen? Alright. There we go. Okay. I'm really excited to be back. We have a full week planned. Spent lots of time together. It was kind of torture not being able to stream because I have so many thoughts in my head that I can't tell anybody else. I have to tell you guys, and it's been torture not being able to get any of that out, you know. But I had fun. I had a really good vacation. I was gonna show you guys some pictures, but I didn't have time to sort through everything, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't dox myself or any of my friends. So no pictures for this stream, but you'll see them eventually, okay? Sir Simala, thank you. But. I had a really good time. It was a lot of fun, actually. But I am so freaking tired. Like, I'm seriously so tired. You think that vacations are supposed to be relaxing, but no, actually. They take years off my life because now I have to actually go outside and do stuff and interact with people. And what do you mean I can't just hermit in bed all day long? Yeah, so it was a really good time. I had so much fun, but it was also incredibly exhausting. And now I feel like I just have to stay in my room for at least 4 months to recharge my social battery before I can go outside again and touch grass and meet up with anybody else ever again. Like, I don't want to see any of my friends for at least 4 months. It was that exhausting, I'm telling you. Yeah. The whole entire time, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We're walking so much. What do you mean I still have to talk to people? I'm complaining a lot, but it was good. It was a good time. But yeah, it's just like, I didn't make any of the plans. I didn't choose what we were gonna do because the other girls, they were really into this trip, okay? Some of them went to like multiple, Okay, you know what? Context. I guess for some of you who don't know where I went, taking off my sweater because it's getting a little bit hot. Oh, sorry. Box my microphone! Yeah, I literally need a vacation from vacation. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. When I got home, I was like, I can't do anything. I actually cannot do anything. I just have to lay here in bed for 5 hours. But yeah, so I went to Las Vegas to watch the BTS concert with a lot of my friends from high school. Some of the girls I haven't seen since high school, so it was kind of like a reunion, but at the same time, it was technically for the BTS concerts. And I am not the biggest BTS fan. I'm more of a casual fan. And ever since I've been to the concert, I realized I can't even call myself a casual fan. I've been outed as a freaking fraud. The concert outed me as a fraud. I'm not even a fan. I am a legitimate LARPer! Oh my gosh! I'm a legitimate LARPer! Okay, the concert was incredible, but there's so much that I can say. But we'll get to the concert soon. So basically, I went with a whole bunch of my friends, and like half the group was super duper into it. Half the group went to multiple concerts, like all around the world, basically. So they were like big fans, okay? They were the ones who predominantly, I guess, organized this trip for us. And then there was me and some more of my closer friends who are less into it, but like, you know, still kind of into it. I think all of them were more into it than I was. I fell out of that scene ever since, I guess, I graduated high school. Like, even throughout high school, I was kind of falling away. I was really into K-pop, like Gen 2 and Gen 3 K-pop was my era, I think. And yippee. Yeah, since then I just haven't really been following K-pop. Thank you so much. But yeah, so the half of the group that was really, really into it, they like organized this full schedule for us. They were like, okay, on this day we're gonna do all of this, and on that day we're gonna do all of this. And then a lot of them attended like multiple concerts in Las Vegas. So they were going all over the city, like getting fan merch and attending like events and stuff. There were a lot of like fan events that fans hosted, and I had no idea that was a thing. And apparently you're supposed to make like freebies and like exchange freebies. I didn't know that was a thing. The last concert I went to was years and years and years ago, and that was an Ariana Grande concert. So I was completely out of the loop. So that was very cute to see how the community got together. It was actually really nice. Very heartwarming. And you know what? Yeah, like ribbon exchange, exactly. But it was so cute. Like, people would put so much effort into like their freebies. Like, they drew things, they made things. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how they had time to do all of this, because some of the freebies people were handing out were so well made and so detailed. I was like, damn, this is so cute. This is like official merch. They were just producing merchandise basically and just handing them out for free. So that was really sweet. It was really heartwarming to see and to be a part of that. But it also made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. And you know what was actually also incredibly interesting? I thought, you know, it would be predominantly younger women attending the concerts and like the fan meetups and stuff like that, right? But I was totally wrong. Of course, there were a lot of young women, but there were also men. There were, like, not just men going there with their girlfriends. I'm sure there were men there with their girlfriends, but there were groups of men who just went there together. There were a lot of old people. There were, like, people who called themselves grannies. They had, like, signs that were, like, grannies who love BTS. And, like, 60-plus-year-old grannies who love BTS. And I was like, that is so cute. I don't know. I did not know they had such a wide demographic. yeah, right. It was so adorable. Unks for sure. Yeah, so that was really cute. Yeah, but are the men gay? I don't think so. But they could be. I don't know. I didn't have time to survey all the men to see if they were gay. I'm so sorry. Next time I'll do that for you. Right? I had no idea, but it was so adorable to see everybody just like come together for this. But I was a fraud. I was outed as a fraud. Like, so Suki, man, I'm an authority. All men are gay. There we have it. Kiss your homies right now. Kiss your homies right this second. But yeah, it was just a really wholesome and heartwarming experience to see like the fandom and the community like come together. Like you see so much like negativity online, I think, especially for BTS, because they really like exploded with popularity and they get so much hate on the internet. But like when you're actually there, when you touch grass, yeah, when you actually go out of your way to touch grass, like you leave this negativity bubble and you see that it's actually really fun. It's actually a really good time, and that was really nice. But I don't have any BTS merch. Like obviously, I bought some merch when I was there, and I received merch like for free from the fans, right? So now I have BTS merch. But prior to this, I didn't have any like BTS merch. Like I just went in there. I didn't even know what color to wear. Okay, like yes, in hindsight, I probably should have asked or at least like Googled it. But yeah, I didn't even know like what color to wear to the concert. I had no merch. I just showed up like next to some of my friends who were all like decked out. They had like Ita bags basically, and they were wearing all of the I don't know, I think it was red. The album is predominantly white and red, I think, so they were all wearing red. Some of them were wearing black and red, and they're all matching, and I was like, frick. Oh my god, I stick out like a sore thumb. Batu, thank you. Yeah, touching grass is kind of nasty. So I wore lavender because they had a period where they were like, we purple you, and there was like a purple heart or something, and I just assumed that their color was purple. And that was the era where like I knew about BTS, right? So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll just bring my purple clothes, and then I show up in purple, and everyone's wearing fucking red. Okay, yes, my fault. I could have asked my friends, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm a fake throwback fan. I'm a hipster. I'm an old fan that's not with the times. I did. I really did expose myself. And then she's not in the Discord. Why did anybody tell me? Yeah, actually, I liked them before they came to America. I liked them when they used to sing in Korean, by the way. yeah, I'm an OG fan. I liked them when you were like 5 years old. I'm just kidding. They were probably like 50, I don't know. Oh no, the crowds were great. Oh, you mean like, was it really busy? Actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be really terrible. I don't have a whole ton of concert experience because loud noises overstimulate me. But like, the Ariana Grande concert that I went to a long time ago, yeah, the crowds were kind of rough. Getting back home to the hotel was rough too. But this time it wasn't too bad. I did bring earplugs. I brought earplugs, but none of my friends wore their earplugs, even though they brought earplugs, because they were like, I need to hear BTS with my bare ears. So I was like, okay, well, I can't be the only one wearing earplugs. So some of us did bring earplugs, but none of us wore it. Yeah, but overall it was a really good experience. I just wish I wasn't a fraud. I feel like I could have really enjoyed the concert a lot more if I wasn't a fraud. So I'm gonna share my opinion. Please don't kill me, BTS fans who eventually stumble onto this VOD somehow or another. I'm just saying I had a really good time at the concert. but I am not a big fan of the new album. Like, I really actually quite dislike their new album. So this concert is obviously to promote the new album, right? And they sang a lot of songs from this album, and yeah, I just was not a big fan, so I didn't actually know a lot of the new songs that they were singing. So it was a little bit awkward for me. Like, the vibes are so great. Like, my friends had a great time. The people around me were all going crazy. It was incredible energy. Yeah, I guess I have to cut this part out, right? But for a lot of the songs, I was kind of just like standing there like, yippee, waving my light stick around like I knew what was going on. So yeah, it really outed me as a fraud. And meanwhile, everyone around me, they were like singing along. They knew the lyrics. And I was like, I don't even know the beat of this song. I don't even know how it's supposed to go. Delete the VOD. Hey, I'm just saying, BTS is great. I went to the concert and it was so much fun. I'm just saying, I'm not a big fan of the new album. Yeah, literally, I was just happy to be there. but I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I at least knew some of the songs. But it's not like I didn't know any of them, right? Like, their older songs, they sang some of their bangers, and that was really great. It was so much fun. Like, when they started singing, oh my gosh, I'm outing myself as a fraud, like, right now. Oh, yeah. When they started singing, like, Fire, I was like, holy shit, this is so lit! Fire is one of their really, really old songs, by the way. like close to debut era song. I was like, yes! Finally a song I recognize! Yeah! I was like, yes! And then they went back to singing songs I didn't know, and I was like, oh, no, I have to just stand here awkwardly again. BTS, that's literally me. But then, like, for their encore segment, they sang a whole bunch of bangers. They sang, like, Butter, Dynamite. I think they sang, for the one specific concert that I went to, they sang Boy with Fun and Danger, which were both, like, quite old songs, but the crowd seemed to really like it. I was a little bit disappointed at the encore songs we got. Again, Army, please don't kill me. I'm just a basic, casual normie fan, okay? I was expecting songs like, I don't know, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It would have gone so hard if it was Blood, Sweat, and Tears. My favorite BTS song, by the way. But they played two relatively, like, I guess, well, Danger was still quite popular, but none of their, like, major bangers for their two surprise encore songs, so I was a little bit sad. And the day before, some of my friends went to the concert on the 27th and the 28th, and the day before, they got On Man, which I would have been so happy with too. And I got two songs that I barely even cared about. I was so upset. Sorry, Army. Please don't kill me. Please don't destroy me. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to the other concert. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone to both. But I was like, I'm not that big of a fan to go to two concerts back to back. Like, why am I wasting money going to two concerts back to back? But I guess now I kind of regret it. Yeah, I'm not a hardcore enough fan. I'm just a fraud. Well, It was still really fun. It was still a really good time. The stadium was incredible. Okay, the sad part is I didn't manage to get the merch that I wanted. So, my friends, we all tried to get that black t-shirt merch that sold out really quickly. So we went multiple days because they had like pre-sale for their merch as well. And none of us ended up getting it, even though we went so early to line up. We went like hours and hours and hours in advance just to line up, right? Oh my god, so tiring. I would never do that again. But none of us managed to get our hands on it. It was so sad. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, waiting in line on vacation, standing in the hot weather. Yippee! That must be so much fun. That must be so much fun. Well, good thing you don't have to wait in line for my merch because my merch is now available online. And if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet, you should definitely consider ordering it because America is apparently very expensive. Were you guys aware that America is very expensive? Yeah, I didn't even go for that long and I didn't even like buy anything. I brought back basically nothing, by the way. But damn, my wallet is really hurting. Yeah, right. But yeah, other than the concert, my days were pretty much all jam-packed with stuff that I just did with the group, which was good. I didn't manage to go to Costco or Trader Joe's because those were way too far out, and nobody else obviously wanted to go. They wanted to do more BTS things and like just sightseeing in general, so we didn't manage to go to those places. But I did get to have some fast food, which was good. I'm like not particularly like impressed with any of the fast food places that I went to. Which I don't know, maybe I do have to delete this VOD now because not only will Army come after me, but the Americans will also come after me now after I give my opinion. But you guys really overhype your fast food. It's not that great. It's really not that good. Yeah, why do people talk about this like it's the best thing ever? Like my friends and I, we tried it and we were like, Triple O's is better than this. We're like, this shit is more expensive than Triple O's, and Triple O's is better than this. And none of us even like particularly enjoy Triple O's, by the way. like why do people talk about this like it's the best thing ever? Like, be so for real, I'd rather go to McDonald's. So I had Chick-fil-A first, and I think Chick-fil-A was probably, yeah, it's not even fast. It was so fucking slow, by the way. Chick-fil-A was probably the most disappointing one by far. It's really just, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, the chicken is good, but it's really just good. It's not like great or impressive or anything to even brag about, you know? Like, I was just, I don't know, with all the hype and how people were saying it's so good, you have to try it. Like, okay, it's a chicken sandwich. What do you want me to say? It's a chicken sandwich. It's a chicken sandwich, and the chicken's not even like particularly impressive. I mean, it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It was definitely good, but like, it's just way too overhyped. Like, that is not the best chicken sandwich I've had. I'm so sorry. That is not the best chicken sandwich I've had. And yeah, people are like, well, the selling point that it's supposed to be healthy and like less greasy. Okay, it's fast food, okay? If I was gonna get fast food in the first place, I clearly did not care about my health. Like, I don't care that your fast food is healthy. Yeah, not even worth it. For all the homophobia. For all the homophobia. It was not even that great. It was good, but like, have you guys had a chicken sandwich from an Asian KFC or McDonald's? Because that's the shit. Happy Pride! You're so right. Everyone, you must kiss your homies right now. Or you explode. And then the next joint we hit up was In-N-Out, and In-N-Out was good. I liked the burger. I thought the burger was good. I don't have no homies. Well, everyone in chat is your homie now, so you gotta kiss them. I had In-N-Out, the burger was good. I got the milkshake as well, and the milkshake was also really good. But their fries were so ass. Oh my god, like what? Sorry, I know I'm probably like offending so many people right now, but the fries are so bad. Like, actually disgusting fries. Like, we got like the normal fries, we got the animal style fries. When the animal style fries were like, well, no, the normal fries, all fries were pretty much inedible. It was so salty, nothing, like, so hard too. Why was it so hard? I am so sorry, Americans. I'm so sorry, Americans. Yeah, so we were sitting next to okay, so it was really busy and we had a really big group of people, right? So we had to sit like all over the place. And I was sitting next to this I think Chinese couple. They were also tourists, and I could understand them, so I was eavesdropping. But the guy got like animal style fries, and he was saying how like, oh, we gotta try like this super famous and viral animal style fries. Mister, thank you so much. And then he took a bite and he was like, oh, this is inedible. And then he took a piece of paper and then he wiped the stuff off. And then he just ate a plain fry. And then he was like, oh, this is also inedible. I was like, damn, real. You made In-N-Out fries? Oh my god! Yeah, why do they make their fries like that? Why? And then we also went to Shake Shack, which was actually my favorite. I don't have any complaints about the food at Shake Shack. It was really expensive, but the fries were really good. The burger was incredible. It was much smaller than I expected, considering we were in America. But the shake was also really good. But the service was horrendous. I think, like, yeah, it was really busy. It was a tourist place, right? But it took... And we had a big group, so it makes sense. But it took us, like, over 40 minutes to get our burger. And by the time we got our burger, it was all cold. So we just ate, like... cold food. It was not fast food. It was slow, cold food. food. Yeah, so even though it was cold, it was still really good. So I imagine if I had a fresh burger in my hands, it would have tasted really incredible. It would have tasted so good. But yeah. Nothing to complain about for the food. The food was good, it was expensive, and the service was awful. But at least Shake Shack is good. So when people tell me that Shake Shack is good, I'll believe them. But Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out, I don't really know what you guys are talking about. Nobody got food poisoning. We also did get Taco Bell. We did get Taco Bell. Yeah, Taco Bell was what I expected it to be. Baja Blast was really good, really delicious. It kind of tasted like this limited edition like ginger ale that Canada Dry was selling one Christmas that my mother somehow became incredibly addicted to, and she's been on the lookout for that specific flavor of Canada Dry ginger ale ever since. She's been chasing that high, but it kind of reminded me of that. But it was good. Baja Blast was really good. No, I don't know if it was the cranberry one. It wasn't the cranberry. Maybe it was like blackberry. It was a dark color. But yeah, Taco Bell was just what I expected Taco Bell to be. It wasn't like, I don't know, people always say like you're gonna have a bad time, your butt's gonna have a bad time after you have Taco Bell, and it wasn't. It really wasn't anything near that level. It was just, you know, fast food tacos. Yeah. I can see how people would like it. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It was Taco Bell and it was good. It was Taco Bell and it was good. Nothing like blew my mind, but it was basically what I expected it to be, right? Yeah, it might have been the blackberry one, but my mom has been chasing that high ever since she got it that one Christmas. Exactly. Taco Bell isn't overhyped, so I think that's why I wasn't disappointed by it. Even though I think objectively, quality-wise, it wasn't nearly as good as the others. But yeah, it wasn't overhyped. I knew exactly what I was getting myself into, you know? But you know what else I had? I had Carl's Jr., which was really good. I think Carl's Jr. might have been like my favorite stop out of all of them, which is crazy. I was not expecting Carl's Jr. to be that good. We weren't even gonna go there, but we were really hungry, so we were like, okay, let's just get something really fast and really quick, right? Oh, Carl's Jr. is right there. Let's just go. We've never had it before in our lives. And then we went and we were like, oh my god, this burger is huge. And then we ate it and we're like, this burger is incredible. And the French fries were so good. The waffle fries were so good. What? Why do you guys talk about freaking In-N-Out when you have Carl's Jr. right there? Why are you guys talking about In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A when Carl's Jr. is right there? and yeah, the fries were so good. The waffle fries were so good. And then we got the fountain drink, and we got a medium fountain drink, expecting it to be the same size as a medium fountain drink in Canada for whatever reason. But that shit was so big. We were like, is this a large? Yeah, and for some reason, their fountain Sprite was incredible. Yeah, the Sprite was the spritiest Sprite I have ever tasted in my life. Is that a crazy thing to say? It was so Sprite. Carlos Jr., please sponsor me! Yeah, because normally I avoid getting fountain Sprite, especially in Canada, because it's always so watered down. And I'm like, this doesn't even... It just tastes like sparkling water with a little bit of sugar at that point. So I was very hesitant. But wow, Carlos Jr. really blew me away. I was like, damn, even the fountain Sprite tastes good at Carlos Jr. I guess so, huh? I guess maybe it's not a Carlos Jr. thing. Maybe it's just an American thing. But yeah, I didn't really get any fountain drinks anywhere else. Only at Carlos Jr. So, wow, maybe Americans just do their fountain drinks better. Because whenever I'm in Canada, the fountain drinks are always so ass. They're like hit or miss, you know? But even the good ones aren't that good. They always taste like water or like sparkling water. Yeah, but my definitive rating of all the American fast food places that I've been to in the States goes number 1, Carl's Jr. It was fast food. It was unhealthy. It was huge portions. It was oily and greasy as fuck, but it was really, really good. And the Sprite went spriting so hard. And then second would be Shake Shack. If only the service was a little bit better and we got our food faster. Third would probably be... well, I think In-N-Out and not Shake Shack. In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A pretty much tied. I like the In-N-Out burger a lot, but the French fries are so awful. And Chick-fil-A was just kind of eh. But don't worry, we didn't just eat fast food the whole time. We like actually went to restaurants and stuff, which honestly was a mistake. We should have just gone to fast food places because all the restaurants so incredibly expensive, and if you go there as a group, they charge a mandatory gratuity, and then you have to tip on top of all of that. It's just so expensive. It's so expensive. So in hindsight, it probably would have been better if we just got fast food the whole entire time. So yeah, my wallet crying, literally crying, dead on the floor. And like the restaurants that we went to, the food was good. I'm not gonna say it's not good, but like it's just so expensive and overpriced. Yeah, just don't eat. Why do you need to eat? Just pick up a rock and munch on it. We did go to like a buffet, and it was pretty good. I really liked the buffet. I don't think it was worth it for me. Thank you for revitalizing my wallet, Thiago. Thank you. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it for me to go to a buffet, but I thought like I may as well get that experience since everyone was going already. And I was absolutely correct. It was not worth it for me to go. But it was really good. There had a lot of variety. The food was good. It's just... I can't eat a whole ton, you know, and they're really expensive. I did not get my money's worth. 100% did not get my money's worth. But it was a good experience. It was a good experience. We did go to, like, well, you kind of can't avoid going to casinos, right? There are casinos everywhere there. So we did gamble a little bit, but none of us are like hardcore gamblers, and none of us were there to gamble in the first place, right? So we only gambled a little bit. I gambled. My budget for myself was $100. I took a $100 bill and I was like, all right, I'm gonna gamble this away. And I thought I had lost all of it, but in the last moment, I won $100 back. So I guess I broke even. So I guess it was like I didn't gamble at all. It's like, what was even the point? I just went on an emotional roller coaster for no reason. Like, why even do it to begin with? It was still a gamble. I guess you're right. I did still end up gambling. But yeah, I think the most any of my friends bet were probably like $300. But yeah, it wasn't anything like significant. Yeah, one of them probably gambled like 300, but that was it. It's the thrill. Is it really the thrill? I mean, I didn't do any of like, I don't even know what they're called, the tabletop like gambling stuff, like at the table. I just played with the slots because I don't know how to gamble. Nobody's ever taught me. I don't even know how to play poker. like genuinely, I don't even know what poker is. So I didn't do any of that. I just like put my $100 bill in a slot machine and I just sat there pressing the button. It was like Coco Melon, but for like elderly people, you know? And I felt it. I was like, wow, look at all these colors and all of these sounds. But yeah. You can get the same thrill for free in a video game? Like in a gacha game! Yeah, let me see. Did we do anything else that was... We watched a couple of shows, like, Cirque du Soleil, and a couple of other shows. And those were really good. Those were really fun. But yeah. Very pricey, very pricey. Oh, we went to Omega Mart. I think that was probably the highlight of my trip. I don't know why I brought that up last, but Omega Mart was really fun. It was really cool getting to see all of like the art displays and like the story behind it. Obviously, my friends did not want to stay there the whole entire day. They had to go to a BTS fan meetup. So, I didn't get to stay there for 10 hours looking at everything and discovering the lore. So, that was a little bit disappointing. I guess if I went there alone, I would just stay there the whole day, like just looking at stuff and trying to figure out the lore behind everything and reading everything, right? But, yeah, we didn't have a whole ton of time there, but it was really fun. I had to Google everything afterwards, so now I understand the story. I get the lore. Yeah, nobody wanted to stay there for 10 hours with me. Yeah, but that was fun. It was really cool. Yeah. I think that was probably my favorite part. Yeah, right? I wanted to look at everything. Oh my gosh. And then, like, whenever we were in, like, an Uber or, like, at a restaurant, the workers would always be like, oh, are you girls here for the BTS concert? And we'd be like, yes, we're here for the BTS concert. How could you tell? Meanwhile, a lot of my friends were just carrying their BTS merch everywhere. Also, it was Omega Mart, like the Omega verse. Also, I was not aware. Okay, my fault. I guess you guys can blame me for a lot of this because I guess I didn't do the research and I didn't ask anyone about anything beforehand. But I didn't know that their bag policy was that they only allowed clear bags. I didn't know that. I thought if I brought like a really tiny like fanny pack, like because I have a really small fanny pack that I used to bring into like concerts and stuff, right? The few concerts that I did go to, but they didn't allow fanny packs like at all. So I was like, huh? I have no clothes that have pockets. How am I supposed to bring stuff in? So yeah, we had to. Yeah, I didn't study the lore. I didn't know. We had to run around the place, looking for like clear bags, and all of them were sold out. They were sold out everywhere. And it was so stressful. Of course, my friends were like, "Yeah, I can just put your stuff in my bag." But the thing is, I have so much stuff. And I still want to keep myself close to myself, right? Like, I still want to be able to hold on to my phone, my wallet, my ID and stuff, like, on my person. And the thing is, a lot of our friends, we sat in different locations because not everybody wanted to spend thousands of dollars paying for, like, a VIP ticket. So it wasn't even like we were all sitting like next to each other, right? So I had to go around to a billion different places looking for a clear plastic bag. I know. In the end, I did end up finding one. It was incredibly overpriced, but whatever. Now I have one, and it says Las Vegas on it. So I guess it's a souvenir that I'll keep forever. I want to say that makes sense, but also, like, the bag check wasn't even that, like, intense. Like, they didn't even look at my bag. Like, yes, I'm carrying a clear bag, but, like... Yeah, it wasn't... They didn't even... I don't even feel like they did a very thorough job at checking everything. But oh well. Yeah, apparently I was told that like you could also bring a Ziploc for everything. That was gonna be my last resort. I was like, okay, if we really can't find something, I don't want to waste everyone's time, right? So I'll just get like a Ziploc. Leon! Oh my gosh, Leon-senpai! Thank you so much for the raid! I hope you've been doing well. I hope indie life has been treating you well. And I hope you've had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. Hello, everybody! Wait, intro. I haven't done an intro in so long. Okay, first, how about everyone please go check out Leon. He was my senpai at Glovey. He works super duper hard. He's very good at games. And he's great at singing. Wonderful singing voice. So yeah, please check out my ex-senpai, Leon! Thank you so much for the raid! And hello everybody, my name is Cera Luceria, carbuncle ASM artist. I just got back from vacation where I went to watch the BTS concert. And I'm just yapping a little bit about how I was outed as a BTS fraud because evidently I'm not even that big of a fan, and how I guess enjoyed American fast food for the first time in my life, and it was low-key a little bit disappointing. Epic gamer, but is he a 1% gamer? I guess that's true. Nobody can become a 1% gamer like me. That's why I'm in the top 1%. Duh. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But I didn't really know a lot of their new songs, and I don't have any BTS merch, so I just kind of stood there awkwardly while everyone around me were like, yippee! But it was so great. The vibes were immaculate. Yeah, so I had to run around looking for a clear bag for the venue. I was gonna use a Ziploc if I couldn't find one, and that would have been so embarrassing. But thankfully we did find a really, really overpriced one. But something is better than nothing, right? At least we had something. But yeah, it was just really busy. It's still kind of a blur for me because it was so busy. It kind of felt like every single second we were go, 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 go. Once we finished with one thing, we moved on immediately to the next thing. And Christian, thank you so much. Happy 6 months. Thank you so much. There was really no time to like rest, and a lot of the times cause apparently a lot of things are like really good at nighttime in Vegas, so yeah, we were out like looking at the lights. We went to like this place with a whole bunch of lights, and there was that like Ferris wheel as well that we went to, and all of that we had to do at night, right? So then as soon as I got back to our Airbnb, it was like midnight, and we had to shower, prepare for the next day, and there weren't enough showers for all of us to shower at the same time, so we had to take turns. So we didn't like go to sleep until really, really late, and then we had to wake up really early the next morning because there were still things that we wanted to do in the morning, and it was just so chaotic and so exhausting. But it was fun. I know I'm complaining a lot, but it was fun, right? Like, yeah, you have to enjoy the nightlife. I say that, but none of us went clubbing because we felt like we were too old. We're like, okay, if any of us want to go clubbing, they can go themselves because the group's not gonna go together since most of us are incredibly old and can't club anymore. So I say like, oh, you gotta enjoy the nightlife in Vegas. But like the nightlife was really just like, ooh, look at all those neon signs. Look at how bright it is over there. Yeah, I think a couple of them did end up going like for one night, but then they came back and they were like, that shit sucked. We left like immediately. So I don't even know if they went or not. Honestly, I think maybe they attempted to go. But yeah, it was just really intense. Not a very relaxing vacation at all. Not a very relaxing vacation, but it was really fun. But holy moly, as soon as I got home, I was like, I need to sleep. I need so much sleep. I'm still feeling tired right now. Oh my god, I still feel so exhausted. And the thing is, I have to catch up on work too. It's not like, oh, she went on vacation, so she's just relaxing. But no, I have schoolwork that I have to catch up on too. I didn't do any schoolwork because I didn't bring my laptop with me. So now I have to catch up on the things that I missed. And for stream as well too, right? So maybe the strat is to just never go on vacation because it makes things worse. Wow, Thank you so much for the treasure.
Okay, back to the mines for me. Here's some.
Have fun at work, Kata! Thank you so much for dropping by on your lunch break. And thank you for the rocks! And thank you guys all so much for being here, whether it's during the day for you, whether you're at work, or whether you're about to go to sleep. Thank you for spending some time with me. I miss you guys very much. I'm really happy to be back. I collect fridge magnets. I don't know if that's cringe for some of you or really unk, a really unk activity to do. But I recently started collecting fridge magnets, and the Las Vegas fridge magnets are really ugly. I could not find a singular cute fridge magnet. I like to get the ones that like have the city name very large somewhere on the magnet, but then also like significant like tourist attractions and stuff, right? So it really shows off the city. But yeah, all of them were so ugly. I was very sad. I was very disappointed. I ended up having to get a really ugly fridge magnet. Yeah, I only get magnets for the places that I go to. Cera magnet? Oh my gosh, Cera magnet would be so cute, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, wait, stop, you're giving me good ideas. Yeah, I don't know why they can't even make cute, or at least like not ugly fridge magnets. And I went to so many different places, you know. Obviously I went to those like really cheap gift shops to look for magnets, and yeah, those are obviously not very good quality and stuff. But I went to like official like tourist attractions. Normally, yes, those magnets are really expensive, but they have like their unique ones that are higher quality and they look better. But even those are really ugly. Oh, yeah, there was this one magnet with the orb that was like an eyeball. I think I ended up getting that one because everything else was so ugly. But the orb was also really cool. We didn't go close to it. We kind of just looked at it from afar. But my gosh, I can't believe they just have a round ball in the middle of their city. Like, it's just there. What landmarks do the Cera magnet have? All her humongous assets, I think. I think it would be really easy to come up with landmarks. Cera Luceria magnet! I've never been to Chicago, so of course I don't have a Das Bean magnet. One day, maybe. Hello! From Indonesia! Oh my gosh, it's so late. Go to bed. Oh my gosh. On the first night when we went out to... We had to look for a CVS because the Airbnb didn't have a lot of things that we needed. So, I mean, yeah, because it's an Airbnb, not a hotel, right? So we had to look for a CVS, and we went out to walk there because one was apparently not very far from where we were staying. And guys, what is going on? We went out and there were cockroaches everywhere. Like on the streets, on the pavement, cockroaches everywhere. I was like, nope, I'm gonna go home now. Like, what do you mean I'm trying to get to a CVS and there are just cockroaches in my way? Like, what? Why are they blocking my way? What is going on? Oh my god! I was like... cockroaches are friends. Are they? Are they? Is that really normal? I mean, Vegas was really beautiful. It wasn't like it was a terrible city or anything. Like, yes, everything is really overpriced, but it was a cool place to be. Not too many complaints about the city. Most of the places were walkable within walking distance, which was good. But yeah, what is up with those cockroaches, man? You gotta pay the toll to pass this cockroach checkpoint. No, my wallet! My wallet! I actually didn't see a whole ton of trash. It was really clean, actually. Which is why I was surprised. I was, like, really impressed by how clean it was. Like, people talk about it, like, it's a really filthy city, but it really was not that bad. I mean, I only stay, like, obviously at the very obvious tourist attraction places, right? But even then, it wasn't... Other than the cockroaches, it honestly wasn't all that bad. It wasn't all that filthy, right? And even, like, some of the Uber drivers were telling us, like, oh, be careful. There's some, like, crazy people around this area, blah, 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 blah. You guys are a group of girls, blah, 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 blah. And, like, yeah, no. I don't even think I saw a singular crazy person. Everyone was great. and like most people were really, really incredibly friendly. Yeah, I've seen like the pictures of the humongous rats in New York. I've never been to New York.
I just wanted to say hi to my Oshi frown.
No, the cockroach! I'm so sorry, the cockroach. Maybe next time you shouldn't bring all of your friends, okay? Just come meet me yourself. I won't hurt you, trust. Yeah, so I don't really have too many complaints about the city. It was a good time. It was a fun time. In my experience, obviously that was just my experience. This one time I went, it was really safe too. It was quite safe. Like people were everywhere. Yeah, none of us lost anything. None of us got into any trouble. It was pretty safe and fun. So not too many complaints about the city. I do have to complain about the cockroaches and the fact that everything is incredibly overpriced. But I think that's more my fault for choosing to go. So it's so over, cockroach bros. Are all of you guys cockroach bros? What is going on? No! You're serotonins! You're not cockroaches! If I ever rebrand into a cockroach VTuber, then you guys can become cockroaches. But you're not cockroaches, you're serotonins. I'm responsible for the economy? Damn, I wish! No, I don't want roaches! Okay, speaking of roaches, unrelated to my trip at all, a few years back, I went to like this haunted house with some of my friends, and there were obviously like workers dressed up as like creepy ghoulies, okay? And then one of them handed me this cockroach toy to like try to scare me, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, I'm gonna keep it." So I kept the cockroach toy with me, okay? And my mom and I, we take turns placing this cockroach toy around the house to scare each other, and sometimes I forget that I'm the one who put it there, and it scares even myself. So that cockroach toy continuously jump scares me. Like, I see it out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, ugh. Yeah. Ew, cockroaches. Ew, 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 ew. Robin, thank you so much for becoming a serotonin. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Mwah. Yeah, exactly, Python. That's what we're doing at home. But I scare myself with my own roach placements. Would you love us if we were a cockroach? I love you if you were a worm, but a cockroach? I think you're asking a little bit too much of me. A cockroach is... Moving on. So what were we talking about? What about a spider? Yeah, no, you're out of the house. Do not. No, you know what? I think I like spiders a little bit more than cockroaches. Because I feel like spiders, at least like, for most of the time, they stay like in one place. Like, even if you approach it, they won't like scurry off, you know? But cockroaches, they move around a lot, okay? And they're so nasty looking. So, I don't know. I would consider loving you guys if you were a spider. If you pay rent to stay in the corner of my room, I'll allow it. But if you're a cockroach, I think you gotta go. Can we at least be the cool ones that can fly? Yeah, no. Immediately, no, you're gone. You are so gone. Would you love me as a grasshopper? Grasshoppers are cute, actually. I've eaten grasshoppers. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really that afraid of grasshoppers for some reason. Yeah. I think I love you if you were a grasshopper. Yeah, don't reincarnate as a cockroach. You can consider, like, a spider potentially, maybe a grasshopper. I have seen them up close. I think they look really cute. What do you mean, alien monsters? Do I look like an alien monster to you too? What if we were snakes? If you were the cute boopable kind of snakes, like the teeny tiny ones that people keep as pets, or like a ball python, then I love you. But if you were a mean, aggressive snake, that's venomous, then no, I think you gotta go. I'm not particularly afraid of snakes. Like, obviously, if a snake was outside, I just go around it. You know, like snakes are okay. I think snakes are okay. It's more the creepy crawlies that get me. Oh, I love mice. I love rats. I love rodents. Maybe this is a little bit insane to say, but I was busing home one day and I was passing by this... I don't want to call it a garbage dump, but it's kind of a garbage dump. There was a lot of trash, and there was a cute little mouse there just eating, and I literally just stopped walking, and I stood there and I watched it eat. It was just eating trash, and I was like, okay, little fella, I'm just gonna stand here and watch you eat. Okay, but like, obviously, if a humongous rat, like, scurried past me, that would still scare me, right? Like a big, massive rat, like, boom, running past me, that's still scary. That's still scary. The Arabian sand boa? Oh my god! Oh my god, is this real? Okay, Everybody Google Arabian sand boa right now. So much! Thank you! Go take a shower. Thank you so much for 1 year! Oh my gosh! Mwah. There's no way this guy looks like that. Why does it look like that? Huh? Why does it look like that? It's so cute. Wait, let me... Look into its eyes. Look into its eyes. Why does it look like that? Why? Here, I can go right there. Oh, rubber ducky isopod. Oh my god! This is so cute! Adorable as well. Too much ASMR got him like that. Me when I woke up this Monday morning. You and me both. What else? What else can I share about my trip? Oh yeah, I did of course have like my mandatory like Zoom classes on my trip as well. So I had to attend some of those, but obviously I was in Vegas and I wasn't about to stay in our Airbnb to attend a Zoom session on my phone. So I just plopped in one singular earbud and I attended the Zoom session. I didn't even have my camera on. I don't know, maybe that'll affect my grades, but I was there and I was participating through the chat, okay? And you know what was really funny? Yeah, for some reason that one specific class while I was in Vegas, they started to talk about parasocial relationships. and the professor showed us a video, a Twitch stream of this like psychologist talking about parasocial relationships online. And yeah, I know, right? And he was asking like a bunch of questions about like, so how many of you guys know about like streaming, social media influencers, content creators? And most of my classmates didn't really know. Like some people knew, like I don't know, I think someone mentioned like I Show Speed, and that other lady who talks about like clavicular before obviously brought up clavicular again. I don't know why she was obsessed with clavicular. So that's like the extent of their knowledge, right? But in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, nobody can ever know that I have a parasocial relationship with literally my entire chat. And basically in the clip it was saying how hey, for those of you who are wondering how you can get rid of your parasocial relationships online, you are, well, the psychologist basically said that you do this because you're not getting you're not getting the attention you need in your real life, and you're trying to be the person that you want to be online. And basically he said, go touch grass. So how do you guys feel about this? Do you guys want to go touch grass? Is it true? Has he called you guys out? Your hair is the same color as grass. I guess maybe it does count. Grass doesn't touch me back. I mean, he ain't wrong, but he ain't right. No, I agree, right? Like, it wasn't framed... Like, that video that was shown kind of framed it as, like, this terrible, awful thing, right? But then, like, my professor also brought up that it doesn't have to be terrible and doesn't have to be awful, and that different people cope differently, and it doesn't mean that just because you don't like it, it's necessarily harmful, right? As long as you're getting something good out of it. Coping strategies are just what they are. They're coping strategies, so go for it. As long as you're not hurting yourself. Was kind of like the general gist of how the conversation went after the clip was shown. But yeah, it was just really interesting that we're learning about that now. But it also does need to be said, right? Because a lot of the people in this program are much older, and they're not really familiar with like the online world, because that's a completely different world from what they're used to and what they grew up with, right? It's like, just don't play video games. So yeah, I thought it was good that we talked about that and introduced that to people. Exactly. Like, a lot of people don't even know what streaming is. Like, they can't even like fathom like going on the internet and giving money to a stranger and being emotionally attached to someone on your screen. Like, that's just a completely different world, right? Waiting the fated day, someone mentioned Cera Luceria in the class. Yes, one day when I blow up. People little bugs. Yeah, so I had so many things to say during that one Zoom class, but such a shame that I was in the middle of, I don't even know what I was doing in Vegas with one earbud in, just listening to it, while also trying to attend to the conversation that my friends are having. It was really difficult. I was incredibly overstimulated. Never doing that again. Imagine they play your clip. I think I would just die. I think, not even exaggerating, I would just die. But what are the chances, right? What are the chances? I'm trying to think what else happened on the trip. Welcome back, Mimy! Yeah, that's true. We're just podcasters. What do you mean we're streamers? We're called podcasters up here, okay? Nah, it was just so busy. Back to back activities. No time to really rest or relax. Yeah, I think touched on pretty much everything. It was a really good time. It was a lot of fun. It was good getting to see my friends again. At this point, some of them, can I really call them friends? I think for the most part, a lot of them were just acquaintances I haven't seen since high school. But it was really good getting to reconnect and catching up. Seeing what they've all done with their lives since high school was pretty neat too, you know? When you're in high school, I feel like... I don't know, it's just such a closed environment. You can't imagine them doing anything else. But now, like, it's been years since high school and we've reconnected. And it's so cool. It's so cool to see what everyone's been up to and how they've changed. And how, like, their lives have changed, you know? Like, I didn't think I was gonna be a VTuber when I was in high school. Granted, most of them still don't know this, but yeah, I didn't think I would be here when I was in high school. And like, one of my friends, she went on this journey, dude. I obviously don't wanna talk too much about her. I don't have her permission to talk about that, but like, yeah, she's moved like a few times. She's tried out so many like different professions from high school till now, and I'm just like, wow, what the hell? You did all of that? I'm still in school, buddy. I'm still in school. What do you mean you did all of that in this time? Well, I have a day job. I have a day job and I'm doing my master's, so that's all they know. That's all they know. No, it doesn't really suck to not talk about this part. It's not like they would really understand either, right? It's fine. I would much rather they not know. The less people that know, the better. Yeah, and like, I'm doing a master's program. Why would they ever think I'm doing anything else on the side on top of my job? Right? So, good thing I don't arouse any suspicion. What else? Yeah. But overall, that was a really good trip. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed seeing my friends again. It was really nice catching up, but my social battery is like so depleted right now. I'm like so exhausted. I came back and obviously I had like a lot of emails I had to respond to. I had a lot of like projects that I had to catch up on, a group work that I had to manage as well. So man, I feel exhausted. I was like, oh, I can't believe I came back from talking to people and now I have to talk to more people. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. I'm glad I went on this trip. It's not like something that I regret at all. It was good. But I'm just really happy to be back now. I'm really happy to be able to get comfy and to spend lots of time with you guys this week. Leifan, oh my gosh! Thank you so much for 15 months! I hope you're still sniffing paint. So, congrats on your shower. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, good thing you guys are just like words on a screen and a little turtle friends of mine. or figments of my imagination. You never know. You may not even be real, honestly. Yeah, so vacation arc over. That was fun, but I'm ready to get back into the grind. I have a lot of cool things I want to get started on, a lot of plans that I want to put in motion, obviously. But we'll talk about that after a quick pee break. And I'm gonna use my new BRB screen this time. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go pee, but I'm also gonna go drink some water because I kind of screamed myself hoarse at the BTS concert. You know, I couldn't sing a lot of their songs, so all I could do was really clap and go, woohoo! So I've just been drinking a lot of water. So this might be a really long piss break. Sit tight and talk about your favorite BTS song. Nobody knows, hey? For those of you who do know, talk about your favorite BTS song. Be right back! Super chat. Hi. I'm back. I'm so sorry that took so long, but I have returned. I am my tea. I went to pee and empty out my bladder, and I'm ready to yap some more. So thank you for being here. I saw you guys yapping. Like, what is BTS? I don't know BTS. What is BTS? Who's BTS? Behind the scenes? Yeah, to be expected. To be expected. Yeah, I did see some of you did have some favorites, which is kind of cool, actually. Oh, hi, Noble. I hope you have fun at work. Thank you guys for dropping by, despite being at work. Yeah. Yep. Refill my bladder, so I have to go empty out my bladder again. It's just a constant cycle. I can never escape this constant cycle. You're new here? That doesn't sound right. Who are you trying to gaslight? Yeah. Yap, drink water, pee, repeat. Life is pee? Wait, that's so true. You can never really stop peeing. Your entire life, you have to pee. You just have to continuously pee. Wow, that's so deep. That's really so deep. Okay, yeah. So the first part of the stream, we went over my vacation and how that went. Oh my god, chat broken again. Thanks for letting me know. Where the fuck is it? Huh? Okay, here. Life is pee. Peeing is freeing, yeah, but only for that moment, and then your pee gets refilled, so it's not even freeing anymore. Peeing is believing. You guys need to shut up. Is that really what we're gonna keep talking about? Really? We're gonna keep talking about that right now? What else do I have to say? I think that's all I prepared to yap about, but let's just go off on tangents now, why don't we? Let's see. Yeah, did you guys know that, I was told when I was younger, clearly this is not true, but if you hold in your pee before you have to, like, take a test or something, you do better, which, like, who even came up with that? Because that's just not true. I won't be able to focus on the test if I have to constantly try to hold in my pee. So don't do that. Also bad for your bladder. If you need to pee, go pee. But yeah, I was told that you have to hold in your pee so you can do better on tests. Lies. Very clearly not true. It does not work. Yeah! Whoever started that was just trying to give everybody UTIs. Do not do that! Test facility propaganda? Yeah, they just want you to finish your test as soon as possible so you can leave and go pee. They don't even care how well you do. They just don't want you there anymore. Oh, get out of here! Pee is stored in the brain. Well, it's not like you're storing anything else in your brain, right? You may as well use it for a pee container. I guess that kind of makes sense if you think about it that way. Drink this gallon of water before you start the test. That's actually what I do before I start stream, and then I regret it because then I have to go pee. The real advice is to pee yourself during the test to assert dominance. So, like, I've always wondered, right? If you pee yourself during the test, do they just, like, let you retake the test? That's really embarrassing, isn't it? I think you just don't even live long enough to redo the test, because I would be gone. Does everybody else have to retake the test? Like what happens? What happens then, right? Like, it clearly disrupts the whole class. Like, everybody taking the test. So, I hope you guys can think about the greater good and sacrifice yourself for the greater good, and just pee yourself so everybody can get a A. I think, like, isn't it for some university, isn't it like in their policy that, like, if like a student dies passes away during like an exam or something, everybody gets like an A and they automatically pass the course? Hey, wanna take one for the team and just like die during our exam, please? Come on, take one for the team. I guess the teacher works too, the professor works too, I guess. I don't actually know if like that's true or not, but maybe. I think it's happened before, but who knows? Rip. I didn't study last night. Can you, hey, you know, so I know you're probably thinking about it, but like I really need it right now. Like, I didn't study for this test, so could you, like, you know, just like, you were thinking about it anyway. Imagine, that's so fucked up. That's so, don't do that. I'm just joking. Don't do that. That's incredibly fucked up. Oh, alright, the strats are out. Hey man, you can't tell everybody. If you tell everybody and everybody starts using these strats, then it's not gonna work, right? It can't become widespread information. Yeah, maybe just stick with peeing yourself. I'm trying to think if I have any like horror stories from like exams, but not really. I know the worst exam that I've ever taken was well, not in terms of like how hard it was, but the worst exam I've ever taken was a 3-hour exam at 8 a.m. So it starts at 8 a.m. And the night before, I didn't get any sleep at all. Like, I didn't sleep the whole entire night because I told myself that I was going to study for this test, but I ended up not even being able to study because I was so distracted and so tired. So I just stayed up until 8 a.m. and I went to I went to take the test, and I stayed up for no reason. Absolutely no reason, by the way. Yeah, that was probably like the worst exam I've ever taken. I didn't get a very bad grade. The grade was still fine. The grade was still perfectly fine. Oh, I froze. But I was just so exhausted. I was like, damn, I really should have just slept. And then I lost the charm that I hung on my backpack at that exam facility. I don't even know how it fell off. Like, maybe somebody stole it. I don't know. But it was a really cute charm that I was hanging on to my backpack, and it was passed. So that was my worst ever exam that I've ever taken. I have nothing to do after. Well, I have things to do. What the hell? Yeah, so that was bad. And then for my AP exams, actually I got hit by a car as a pedestrian right before my AP exams. So I walked into my AP exams with my crutches and everything, and I barely studied. I barely studied because I was obviously recovering from a car crash. And I sat down and I was like, man, what am I even doing with my life? Yeah, I took AP chemistry, AP biology, and AP psychology that year, and it happened right before my AP exams. I mean, I did not study for those at all. I like maybe skimmed through like the AP preparation package like a week beforehand, but I just could not study for it. But I still passed. I still somehow passed. I still somehow passed my AP exams. So I don't know. Maybe I was just built different back then. I don't think I would be able to do that anymore now. I don't think I would be able to do any of that now. So I don't remember how the marking worked for my AP exams. I know for psychology I got a 5. For biology, I think I got, I think it was either a 4 or a 5. Because I know for psych and bio, I was fine. It was really easy. But chemistry was really, really, really difficult. I struggled so hard. I'm pretty sure I left like so many of the questions blank. But maybe everybody just did really poorly that year, so it was scaled. So is it 3 that's like the barely passing one, but you pass anyways? I probably got a 3 on the chemistry one. Your friend got hit by a car and then you guys just went to the AP exam? Why didn't he go to the hospital? Yeah, I don't know how I pulled that off. I think I was just a different creature when I was in high school. I think my brain has degraded so much. I definitely wouldn't be able to do that right now. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm glad it happened that way. I mean, obviously I'm not glad that I got hit by a car, but I'm glad that I passed either way. Yeah. I get it. School waits for no one. The thought that ran through my head as I was flying through the air after I got hit wasn't like, oh my god, am I going to die? No. It was, darn it. I have an AP bio test tomorrow for school. I'm not going to be able to take my AP bio test. That was the thought that ran through my head as I was apparently flying through the air like a frisbee, according to my friends who saw me. Yep. And I was like, I should land on my butt so I can just walk it off and go to school and take my test tomorrow anyway. I could not walk it off. It was not walk-offable. I had to be sent to the hospital, obviously. But yeah, school waits for no one. Bad food poisoning? I was bedbound for a week. The school didn't let you retake any tests? What? That's crazy. Was this for like university or high school? Whoa, Cars Jr. I'm jealous. I won't be able to get their delicious waffle fries anymore. That actually makes me quite sad. No, you forgot the really Sprite tasting Sprite. That's so disappointing. Ugh. high school, oh my god, that's really rough. Like, even if you had like a doctor's note or something. Because honestly, they don't really care that much in high school, I'm not gonna lie. It's just high school. Why are they taking themselves so seriously like that? I don't know. Have fun at work, Smoky! Wow, why were they so rude? Taking themselves so seriously. Like, high school seriously is not even that big of a deal. Yeah, right? Especially as someone who, like, has worked at a high school before, and is a teacher now, like, honestly, who even cares? I mean, obviously, like, it's important, right? But, like, in terms of, like, grades and stuff, and, like, just making up for a test, like, not even, like, an AP test that's governed by a whole different structure, like, why can't the teacher just, like, give you... let you take it another time? That's so stupid! You would not believe how much food poisoning happens right as exams are coming up. Yeah, and you would not believe how many grandparents die during that time too. But the thing is, normally, professors don't really care. Like, they normally don't take themselves that seriously. They're like, okay, you know what? Fine, take it another day, whatever. Right? Like, as long as it's not against, like, university policy, like, they're not here to make your life miserable. They're not. Most of them, okay? Most of them aren't here to make your life miserable. They're not here to fail you because, like, especially for high school, like, it's high school. Like, what's the point of failing a child for missing one test, right? It didn't conflict with any exams, fortunately. That's good. Exactly. What do you mean that will not fly in college? And then in college, literally nobody gave a fuck. Oh yeah. Well, I guess so. There are professors out there who want to just make your lives miserable, I guess. There are professors out there who really think this is so serious. This is serious business. Which is really annoying and my least favorite kinds of professors, because why are you beefing with children? Like, yeah, as long as it's not, like, against university policy, like, these are children without frontal lobes. Like, yeah, you can teach them responsibility, but why are you trying to make their lives miserable? Why are you beefing with them? Okay, TAs are different because most of the times TAs don't even know what they're doing. Most of the times the TAs, they're like second year university students, and they're like, oh, I took this class last year. I'm gonna apply to be a TA because I get along well with the professor. But they don't know what they're doing either. One of us is gonna have to affect the trout population. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Take one for the team. Take one for the team. Yeah, right? The TAs have no idea what's going on, and then all of these even more clueless students coming to them expecting them to have all the answers, but they're like, dude, I just took this class like last year. What are you talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about even. Oh yeah, there were also like TAs that were grad students, but those were for like more upper level courses, and they didn't know what they were doing either. And they were way too busy. Like, the grad students were way too busy to really give a fuck about your class and to be your TA, okay? They were just there because they had to. That was like part of their obligations. And they need to make some money somehow because they're grad students, you know? But they don't really care. They don't know what they're doing. They don't care what you're doing either. So yeah, TAs, would not recommend. Don't go to TAs. they're kind of just there because they have to be and they wanted money. Yeah, they want to work. They wanted money. They want to get it in with a professor, you know, the connections and stuff. So they don't really care about being your TA. What the heck? Who even are you? I was actually asked to be a TA one year because I took a couple of classes with the same professor, and she was like, why don't you just come be a TA for me? And immediately I was like, no. Sorry, I love you very much and I think your classes are very interesting, but no. No. I will not. I will not become your TA. But then like down the line I wasn't a TA, but I still basically did the same things anyway, because I started volunteering at like psychology labs and stuff, and that was pretty much even more work, but it was unpaid work. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bozo like that. I'm just a bozo like that sometimes. But it was... I had hopes that by volunteering at all of these labs and working on their projects, I would somehow be able to weasel my name onto the papers that they publish. and I mean, technically it did work. But, yeah, it didn't really do much. It wasn't really all that important in the grand scheme of things, especially since I'm not gonna go down that route anymore. It was kind of a little bit useless, but good experience overall, and I can say that I'm somewhat a published author, so... So, I mean, at least I have that going for me. At least I can kind of put it on my CV if I need to, but it wasn't all that important, honestly, for the amount of work that I had to do. Yeah, and it was also really embarrassing going like, please, may I have a crumb of credit? I did all this grunt work. Please, may I please have a crumb of credit? And like most of the times they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll like put like even if they don't name you as one of the authors, they'll at least like like a special thanks to blah 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 blah, right? But there was this one lab that I did volunteer for, and I did a lot of work for them. I did a lot of like the grunt work, compiling the data, getting the actual data, like I ran a lot of like the experiments and like the sessions and stuff, and they didn't want to acknowledge me at all. They didn't want to acknowledge me at all when they published, and I was so upset. I was like, you're kidding me right now. Like, yes, technically they don't have to, but you're kidding me right now. So that was really annoying. I know, I was so upset. I'm getting an email from my internship place. Okay, nothing important. So I heard from one of my classmates that she got like an internship placement, and then they were just about to sign the papers, and my biggest fear, they took it back. They're like, actually, we can't take you as a new intern at our place anymore. And I was like, what? That is so terrible. My biggest fear. So I've been trying to like double check to like get it set in stone that my internship is actually going to pan out. But that's horrible. That's really, really, really terrible because it was really hard. Like genuinely, it was so hard applying and trying to get like an intern placement. Yeah, I've had to send out like 40 to 50 emails, and that was just the first round. I've done multiple rounds, okay? I've had to send out like 40 to 50 emails the first time around, and like only like maybe 5 or 6 got back to me. I was like, oh my god, this is so difficult. Like, I'm not even getting paid. This is an unpaid internship placement that I'm looking for. So I felt so bad for her. I felt so terrible for her. So every time I hear from my internship placement, I'm like, are they trying to cancel on me right now? Are they trying to take it back? Thank God they're not. Nah, it makes sense why we can't get paid. We're not officially licensed yet. We're still students, and it's just incredibly unethical to ask people to pay so much money, right? We're basically here to learn. So yeah, a lot of places actually ask you to pay them because you're paying them to supervise you and to teach you stuff, right? But thankfully I found a place that is willing to do it with me for free, which is great. Hopefully they don't take it back or cancel on me. That's legal? Yeah. It's actually the standard for a lot of these, and not just for counseling. It's the standard for a lot of, I think, social work and hospitality internship placements, especially for supervision. And supervision you typically do have to pay for because you're paying someone to oversee your work, especially if you're working, like if you're an independent counselor who's working for themselves. You still need to consult other people, and you still need to have a supervisor. But if you have your own office and if you have your own practice, there's obviously no one there, right? Like, for example, if you work in a hospital, there are people in the team that can supervise and oversee stuff. But if you're a private practice, yeah, that is just a standard. You have to pay people to supervise you, and these people are like people who are officially like certified to be supervisors. They know like the standards, the ethical standards and stuff. So yeah, it's actually for a lot of professions that you have to do that, because you have to hit like a lot of ethical standards, and you have to have people like come in and like do a little checklist of stuff. Yeah. Well, if I do a good job, hopefully they'll keep me on. Hopefully they'll hire me for real. But who knows? Maybe I'm just not cut out for it, and I do a very terrible job. In which case, it's time to consider a career change. Yeah. Well, I kind of want to, I don't know, once I graduate, maybe work for the public health system a little bit. I know they get paid less than like a private practice, and the work is a lot more difficult. and they're incredibly overworked, but I think it would be good to just throw myself out there, especially when I'm new, right? I can be like, oh, I'm still learning, and just get all that experience, maybe work in public health for like a year or two before considering transitioning anywhere else. I don't know. We'll see. It's still a ways away, but yeah. I imagine working for public health would be really stressful. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to manage that and like streaming at the same time. But we'll get there when we get there. We'll find some way to make it work. Mess up for the public. So it's time to work in private. You do better. Well, the thing is, when you work for like public health, right? You don't really have the luxury to like pick and choose what you want to do and who you want to work with. But for a lot of like private companies and like private clinics that you open up yourself, you can like vet the people that come through and kind of like pick what you're more comfortable doing. But with that means you need connections, you need people to know that you're a good therapist. So I don't think that's something that I can do right off the bat either way, right? I'm good. I'm really excited to be back. Thank you so much for checking in on me. I feel like I had to pee again because I've been drinking so much tea and water this whole entire time. Yeah, but I'm excited. I think this has been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And obviously, I'm really nervous. I don't know how well I'll do, but I'm excited to at least start. Dip my toes, get my toes wet. What is this that has been sent to me? What the hell? Thank you! And honestly, I wouldn't be able to pursue my dreams if it weren't for you guys. Like, VTubing is also my dream, you know? And I feel like if I'm finally in a good place where I'm happy with the content that I'm putting out, I'm happy with my community that we've fostered together, I'm happy with how far I've come and how much I've grown. So, yeah. Everything's looking good. But yeah, taking a break would definitely be nice. I mean, I know I just took a break, but that wasn't really a break. I kind of just want to not do anything. and to not have to think about anything, you know? You know what? On the topic of that, I don't know if I should bring this up because I don't want you guys worrying and I don't want like... Yeah, I just don't want people worrying about me. But while I was in Vegas, I did receive news about my grandparents, both of them. If you guys weren't aware, last year I took pretty much a month off right after I graduated, right after I debuted, to go back to China to visit my grandparents because they're not doing very well. My grandpa has cancer and my grandma has been bedbound for like a year and a half now, right? But while I was in Vegas, I did receive news that the condition is kind of worsening. They've been stable for a bit. I think the treatment was going well. I mean, my grandma still can't get out of bed, but she's not like dying. But I think my grandpa is probably getting close. So obviously I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to worry anyone. Like, it's been a long time coming. I think it's all things that it happens to everyone, right? But I guess I just want to put it out there. If I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's not funny, okay? If something were to happen, I might have to leave again, which will probably induce some angry morrows once again. But yeah, just putting it out there that that's happening. It might mean I have to step away again, but hopefully not, right? Hopefully not. But it do be what it do be, right? Yeah, but overall I'm okay. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I think we've all, like my family, we've all kind of processed this a little bit. It doesn't make it any easier. Obviously, it doesn't make it any easier, but it's just something that, you know, we were kind of expecting anyway, so I'm okay. You don't need to worry too much about me. Obviously, it's sad, it's devastating, it's terrible, but I'm okay. Yeah. Yeah. It be like that, I guess. Oh, I'm so sorry, Undercover. That's so different. Like, a mom and a grandparent. Ugh. Very different. I'm so sorry for your loss. And you know what? It's like dealing with like death is, I think, so weird. At least to me, it's honestly like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. I just don't like thinking about it at all. But the fact that I've been forced to kind of have to process all of this within the last year or so has been weird. It's been weird. I want to say I'm in a good place with it, but I don't know if anyone can ever be in a good place with it. So am I lying to myself? Maybe. But it's also something that happens to everyone, right? It's not something that you can avoid just because you don't think about it. Yeah. So hey, treasure the time that you have with your loved ones. Get a will done, even if you're young and you don't plan on dying anytime soon. Why not? Just go get a will. And yeah, tell the people you love that you love them and that you care about them, and just enjoy the time that you have. I think that's my wisdom. That's the carbuncle's wisdom. Get a will and enjoy life. My professor who taught me a grief course in school, he was a little bit older. He said he's in his 70s, and he said that once you get to that age, death becomes something that's very common. But it doesn't get easier. It happens to everyone, you know? And once it takes like your parents, you know, that it's you next. And the way that he talked about it was like there was so much acceptance in the way that he was speaking of his inevitable mortality, but there was still also a lot of, I guess, a sorrow and like sadness behind it. But yeah, I didn't mean to make this stream such a Debbie Downer. We're not gonna be sad the whole time, but just have a good time while you can, I guess. And you never know, it might meet you next. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. That's bad. Don't say that. But I mean, chances are never zero, right? Yeah, and he was like, every time he receives a call nowadays, he gets worried that it's like news that one of his friends or family members passed away, because that's just how common it gets when you get older, right? And it just never gets easier, even though you might get like 3 calls in a week. Like none of that ever gets any easier. So yeah, I shouldn't expect myself to be completely okay with it, because you'll never be completely okay with it, and that's okay. That's okay. And with that, running my will up, I leave my entire estate of VTuber acrylics to Cera Luceria. Please leave them at the Canadian border for pickup. Your entire estate is that. Do you own property? Will I finally become a property owner after your death, Rapid? or is it just like a cardboard box? Or are you passing on your debt to me? Because that's very scary. Please don't do that. Haha, no. Yeah, in this economy. What was I even thinking? My dog is barking. Oh my gosh, I do have a really fun story to tell you guys, but I have to go pee again, okay? So wait for me, I'll go pee, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Woof. Woof, woof. Super chat. 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 Hello. I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting, and thank you so much for the pea soups, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I went to pee so many times, so you've had to give me so much pea soup. Thank you for taking good care of me as I pee. Okay. Fun story. This is a really cute story. Okay. Recently, there's been this cat that's been kind of circling our area. And within the last week, I was in Vegas, so my mom sent me videos. The cat started like coming up to our doorstep. First the front door and then the back door. Obviously, my cat Balls was incredibly unhappy about this. He said, "Get off my lawn!" He was very mad. There's a whole video of him like freaking out because he saw the cat. So I think it's stressing him out a little bit. But don't worry, they've never like actually met. He just like smells the other cat, I guess, and like I don't know, maybe here's the other cat. I don't know. They've never physically met each other. But yeah, there's been this really cute cat. We originally thought maybe it was like a neighbor's outdoor cat. We don't have a whole ton of outdoor cats here. So I was a little bit worried. Like, what if like it's someone's house cat that ran away, right? And we tried to catch the cat, but he did not want anything to do with us. So we kind of left him alone to see if maybe he'll go back home, right? But he's been coming to our doorstep every day for like the past week, especially at nighttime, and just curling up on our like welcome mat. He's just been coming to our doorstep, our front door, and curling up on our welcome mat. And we're like, oh my gosh. We wanted to like leave some food and some water outside for him, but there's a lot of wild creatures, so we didn't want to obviously get any bears or raccoons here, right? And if we like leave the food outside and watch the food, the cat won't come near it. So I don't know, maybe the cat is like well fed already. Who knows? But we left like a little like Ash's baby cage. Like when he first got here, he arrived in like a teeny tiny little carrier that he can't use anymore. And we have a different carrier for Balls, my cat. So we left the carrier outside, put some blankets and some water in there, and I think it spent the night in there yesterday. I think it spent the night in there yesterday. I think it's my cat now. I think I have a new cat. Yeah, I think I have a new cat. Balls will freak out. Yeah, I mean, who knows? We probably won't keep it. I mean, if it's really a stray cat that just lives outside, like we're not gonna try to domesticate it or anything. I like, chat's dead again. I like Balls. Yeah, we don't want to stress Balls out. We don't want to stress him out too much. Yeah, I think that's your next plan, is to at least make it comfortable enough so that we can interact with it and like maybe touch it a little bit, and then we'll see if we can take it to like a vet or something and to see if it's chipped at all. But right now it's very wary of us still and won't come near us at all. So we're just gonna give him some space. It seems like he's safe outside, since he's coming back every day. So he clearly knows how to take care of himself out there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But at least that means it has a safe place to sleep at night. And maybe if it goes well, it'll become my cat. It'll become my cat! But yeah, that was really cute. I'm so excited. I'm like, new cat. But here's the thing. My mom is allergic. My mom is allergic to cats. Like, she's already so allergic to balls. It's crazy. I am starting to develop a cat allergy. Every time I cuddle with balls, I like break out in hives everywhere I touch them. I know. So I don't know. Like my mom really likes the stray cat. I think my mom wants to keep the stray cat more than I do because I'm like, we seriously can't take care of another cat. Like Balls is unhappy. Like he's so aggressive. and you're so deathly allergic already with one cat in the house. I'm like, I don't know if we can, if it works out, I don't know if we can really take him home with us, right? And then she's like, but the cat chose us. This cat chose us. Like, ooh. I don't know. We gotta be realistic here, mother. we gotta be realistic here, mother. But she's not wrong. It did kind of choose us, so it does kind of feel like fate. It does kind of feel a little bit like fate. Yeah, so, I mean, if it continues to choose us, I guess we'll have no choice. It's kind of out of our hands, right? He just invited himself into our family. My cat now! Yeah, we do have, don't worry, we have everything to combat freaking allergies. We have medication, we have the specific food, we even have the shots, and we also have like the things that we rub all over the cat. Doesn't work. Air purifier set up everywhere. Doesn't work. Nothing works. Yeah. Well, since my current cat is named Balls after his balls, Chinese name is Dan Dan. That's what we call him. His name is actually Dan Dan, but translating to English it's Balls. So, I think if we were to get a new cat, I don't know if this cat is a girl or a boy yet. Richard. Richard, and then his nickname is Dick. Wait, I kinda love it. But I don't think my mom would get it though, so maybe it won't work. Maybe it won't work, but that's really funny. That's hilarious. I don't know. Maybe something that my mom would get is like maybe chicken. Cause that it also means penis in Chinese, so we could have it all. We could have the whole package. we could have the whole package. I mean, it means penis in English too. Like, Cockman is literally there. You see, you see his name. That's your dog's name, my dog. My dog has a regular name. He's named Ash after Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. So he's not part of this. I don't know. My mom named my cat, so blame it on her, okay? That was not my decision. I did not choose this life for him. Okay? I did not choose this life for him. Originally, we were gonna go with Pikachu, but my mom thought that was too much of a mouthful, and because our cat is white and not yellow, doesn't even make any sense because Ash doesn't look like freaking Ash Ketchum. But anyway, she was like, no, I don't even like the name Pikachu. How about Balls? Okay, whatever. Yeah, we were actually calling him like just cat, like Xiaomomi, like little kitty, for the longest time because we couldn't settle on a name for him. Like little kitty, that was his name, right? And then he got neutered, so we had him for like several months at that point without landing on like a concrete name for him. And then he got neutered, but his balls were still very prominent even after getting neutered. So my mom was like, balls, that's perfect for him. Look at his prominent balls despite not having any more balls. So, his balls now. He went from Xiaomomi to Dandan. So, yeah. If you have prominent balls, you should name yourself after them too. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how things go with the stray. Hopefully we can at least get our hands on him to take him to a vet to see if he's chipped. But we'll give it some time. We'll take it slow. Don't stress it out or scare it. But my cat's just gonna have to get used to it, I guess. He's just gonna have to deal with it. Shut up, Harper! Yeah! And then we'll all have to suffer from allergies. And I don't know if like my dog Ash, he doesn't give a fuck. He like honestly does not even care. He does not care about little creatures at all. They are just so beneath him. But I don't know, maybe the cat's gonna really hate Ash, right? Like, he must know. It must know there's a dog in this house because my dog barks really loudly. So, I don't know. Maybe he also likes cats. I mean, maybe the cat also likes dogs. But, yeah. My dog doesn't care. He does not have an opinion. He does not have an opinion at all. My cat, though. Oh yeah. Many big opinions, many big feelings for such a little guy. For such a little dude. But I've also heard like horror stories from like friends and stuff when they've tried to introduce new cats to their current cat. Like sometimes it goes so terribly and I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me to go through that and to put my cat through that too, you know? I mean, he already has a pair. His pair is the dog. He loves the dog. He's an expert rage baiter. Did you guys know that? Like, my dog, Ash, he's not a very active dog. He's not very hyper at all. He's very chill. He acts more like a cat than he does a dog, so he likes a lot of space. He likes a lot of his alone time and just to hang out and not do anything. He doesn't like playing. Like he'll play for maybe 2 minutes before he's like, I'm tired of this. I'm done with you. Leave me alone. And he doesn't even like going on walks. He's very finicky. Some days he just we'll get ready, take him outside, and he just won't leave the yard. So he's a very unique very unique puppy. But my cat loves him. He rage baits Ash all the time. Like he'll rile Ash up and get Ash all playful, but Ash is really big, right? And he kind of doesn't know how big he is, so he gets a little bit too like into playing with balls, and then we always have to like yell at Ash to quit it. Like, hey, get off him! Like, quit it! So we're always like yelling at Ash, and then meanwhile, Balls is like full on like grabbing onto Ash's leg and biting the shit out of his leg, like. And then every time Ash is like, okay, I'm done. And he sits back down and doesn't pay attention to the cat anymore. The cat comes up and like ambushes him, like straight on, just like smacks him across the face. It's really cute. They have a really good relationship. But yeah, maybe with another cat in the house, Balls will finally have someone to play with, and Ash will finally be left alone. Maybe Ash will finally be left alone to just chill, and Balls will finally have someone to play with, someone to rage bait, or they'll rage bait together. They'll rage bait Ash together, which would make things worse. Literally, Tom and Jerry relationship. It's true. They love each other. They just won't say it. I had Ash first, and then I think we got Balls like 3 years later. Yeah, I think so. We got Balls because we thought that Ash needed a friend, because before that we were able to take him to the dog park, but after a big ass pit bull humped Ash and they got into a fight. I told the story before, right? Like a big pit bull, his owner was on the phone the whole time and he was unneutered, and he went up to Ash and like bit his like neck and started like humping him, and Ash like just fought back, and they got into like this big fight. It was really scary. Ash won, obviously. He went crazy. He went sickle mode. He was fighting to the death. Meanwhile, the owner of the pit bull was still on his phone, by the way. So after that, we were like, okay, we're not going back to the dog park. It's just not safe. And Ash is also like, he won't just take the humping. He'll fight back, right? So we're like, okay, he looks a little lonely. Before he would play with all his friends all day at the dog park. So he seems really lonely, and we wanted to get him a friend, but we thought about getting another dog, but the thing is, another dog was just too much work at that time. I was in university. I was transiting a lot for work as well, so I was barely home. So we just couldn't find the time to get another dog. So we're like, how about we look into getting a cat? Because you don't really have to walk a cat or anything, right? Especially since Ash didn't really like getting walked anyway. So that's how we got Balls. That's how Balls came into our lives. And immediately right off the bat, well, not right off the bat. Like, Balls was really tiny when he came over to our place, and he was really scared of Ash to begin with. Like, he would hiss at Ash all the time, but they warmed up to each other really, really quickly. And now Balls is an expert rage baiter. Balls is an expert rage baiter now. So it's cute. Those are my children. My babies! My little babies. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if I do get another cat, okay? It'll be exciting. I'll probably talk about this all the time. I'll give you guys so many updates. While I was on the toilet, I saw that Bonnie started streaming, and she actually reminded me that it's June now, so that means it's been half a year since Globey exploded, and we all became indie. Happy June, by the way. Everybody's getting Carlos Jr. for lunch! Damn, making me so jealous. It's crazy how fast time flies. It's seriously so crazy how time just flies by like this. I still remember staying up for that Globey meeting and then falling asleep right before it because it was so late at night for me since they're an EU company and they had to get the JP side into the meeting as well. I still remember that meeting, and then I woke up and it was like, yeah, by the way, we're exploding. It seems like that happened just yesterday. I remember it so clearly. I was like, okay, I'll stay up for this meeting. It seems like a company-wide meeting doesn't happen often. So, yeah, we'll probably talk about plans for the next year and what Globy plans to do for 2026. And then, boom! I wake up, Discord's a mess. Everybody's messaging me, telling me what's up, and then I check the recording, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're dying. Happy early birthday, Sonic! And now it's been 6 whole months since we exploded and became indie. Yeah, originally I was really hesitant. I was really depressed, actually. I was like, I really enjoyed my time at Globy. Like, obviously it wasn't perfect. I had things that I didn't like about it. But overall, I really enjoyed Globy. I enjoyed the people that I was working with. I enjoyed the community that was cultivated together. And it was really disappointing to hear that it was gonna happen, because it kind of just like came out of nowhere and none of us were expecting it. We were told over and over that something like that wouldn't happen, and to my knowledge, that's like never happened in the history of Brave up until that point, right? So yeah, I took it really hard to begin with, but 6 months into this whole indie thing, let me just say, it's been so good. It's been genuinely so great, and other than the fact that I'm really busy, but that's like my own thing, right? That's like my own issue. I wish I wasn't as busy, but nothing I can do about that. Other than that, I seriously don't have any regrets. I don't have anything to complain about when it comes to being indie. You guys are great, and I love that I can continue to be Cera for all of you. Yeah, I'm also at a point where it's like, I could potentially seek out other opportunities. I think that's not like something that's off the table, but at this point in our journey, 6 months into being indie, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back to being corpo. You know, like, I don't know if it would ever be worth it for me at this point. Like, I've released my own merch. That's something that I really relied heavily on corpos to handle for me in the past. I'm making enough so that I can outsource a lot of the back-end stuff, and that's all thanks to you guys, right? Like, because you guys hit the freaking monthly stream goal every single month. We're not gonna have one for June, okay? So don't worry, you guys hit that goal every single month, so I'm able to just outsource a lot of the work anyway. So that hasn't been too stressful for me, because I have you guys supporting me, you know? And without you guys, I think this would be a lot worse. It would be a lot worse of a transition, but you guys have given me so much love, so much attention, and of course a lot of monetary support with the donathon, with the monthly goals being hit. It hasn't been that stressful, which has been really good, right? Obviously. And in terms of like events, sponsorships, like convention appearances, I'm starting to slowly get more of that as well. It's really hard doing all of that alone, especially since I don't network as much, so it's coming along a little bit more slowly than I would like. But the ball is rolling, which is good, and There is no June goal! Thank you! Thank you for thinking of me, even though I'm not begging you guys for money. Thank you very much. So yeah, and I'm right now, I'm not writing it off forever. Like, just at this current point in my life, I don't have time to take up more things anyway, right? Like, I can't sing, I can't dance, and I imagine if I were to join a corporal again, those would be things that I would have to do. It's very rare to join a corporal that doesn't have any of those requirements, which is why I really liked being in Globy, because I could focus on the kind of content that I wanted to do and not like have to join like group covers or like have to do performances, because I don't have the time to practice for that. I don't have the time to rehearse for that. I don't have the time to learn how to do any of that, right? Happy! Thank you so much for 15 months! Thank you! So yeah, so being indie means that I can just do what I want to do, and it's been really, really, really great. I don't see myself applying to a corpo and forcing myself to do things that I don't really care about, right? What about the gritty? No, I can't hit it. I don't know how to hit the gritty. I don't even know what the gritty is! I'm not gonna lie! Yeah, so originally when I first heard the news, I was so stressed because I thought this was going to be so horrible. I would have to take money out of my own paycheck from my day job to fund the same kind of things that Globy was funding for me, because Globy, guys, I don't know if you guys knew, but Globy was really generous. Which is probably a reason why we exploded. But Globy was really generous, and I was really stressed out. I was like, there's no way I would be able to get the same kind of things as an indie. Like, I don't make that much as a streamer. Like, I have to come out of my own paycheck for all of this. But you guys are kind of cool. You guys are kind of cool, I guess. You guys never made me have to worry about not being able to fund a certain project. And money, because of you, money is not an issue during this transition, which is, I know, such a crazy and privileged thing for me to say, because I know a lot of people aren't in a position like this, right? Like, they don't have that kind of luxury, but I'm just so grateful that I do have that luxury, and I can, like, go ahead with all of these projects that I've been really looking forward to and really passionate about, because I have you guys supporting me, which is crazy, kind of insane, kind of low-key blows my mind, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's been really, really good. I'm really lucky, and I recognize how incredibly lucky I am to be in this position, and yeah. It's not even like trying to pander or to get on your good side or whatever, but it's just the truth, right? I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So thank you. Thank you. It's kind of like you guys are goated or something. I don't know. I'm glad I can be kind of cool in your eyes. But yeah, I don't have any complaints really. I mean, one complaint is that I wish I had more time to record. I wish I could do more of the back-end stuff myself. But well, nothing can be done about that, right? I can't sit at my desk for 8 hours a day just mixing and recording. I have too much going on for that, so it is what it is. But that's my only complaint, really. Everything else has been great. Betty! Hello! I saw your new reference sheet with your short hair. It's so cute. gorgeous. It makes a lot more sense for a firefighter to have short hair. It doesn't seem very safe for you to be going into burning buildings with that long flowing hair. Although it was gorgeous, but like somehow I feel like maybe that's a safety hazard. Yeah, you look so good. Yeah. So it's been really good. Oh my gosh, why don't we yap some more? Why not? Why not yap some more? I'm really happy that I get to make the content that I make the content that I'm really passionate about making, and the content that I feel the most comfortable with. Like, I love ASMR. I really, really like being able to focus on ASMR, actually. That's something that I've been wanting to do since I was indie back in the day, right? I wanted to focus on ASMR because that's just something that I was really drawn to, and it was really nice. And I know a lot of people get into ASMR because they're like, oh, it's good numbers, it really boosts your numbers, blah 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 blah, things like that. It's easy views, but yeah, I mean, it's true. There are just way more people watching ASMR. They put the videos in the background. I'm getting a group message, a WhatsApp message from my presentation group. Ignoring that, whatever. And you know what? I am really grateful that Globy let me pursue ASMR, and I know I never did anything like incredibly explicit while I was part of Globy, but they were also okay with me towing that line. So yeah, I'm really grateful for them that they let me explore the things that I wanted to explore. They let me create the content that I wanted to create, and they didn't really put any hard sanctions on me, like, at all. Yeah, and they were very, very supportive of the things that I wanted to do. Which, again, that's just my own experience. Maybe other members didn't have the same experience. We all joined at different times, right? And we all have different niches and stuff that we do, so it's different for everyone. But at least in my experience, it was good. I had a really good time. They were very generous with me. So yeah, I'm still sad, obviously, that we exploded. I loved being part of a corpo because I really liked being near people. Like, yes, we were legally mandated to interact with each other, but even then, even if it was like required, there was still a sense of unity and a togetherness, and the sense that like you're working together for something bigger than yourself, which I think is something very important to me. I get really lonely despite having a very, very small social battery. Yeah, now I'm legally mandated to interact with Benny. That's just how it goes. It was nice having that group of people working alongside you, right? And having that kind of, even if it was manufactured closeness, it was still something. And now that I'm on my own, I have a small social battery. I hate reaching out to people. I don't have time to go to VC with people. I don't have time to chat with people anymore on Discord. So it's been hard being indie in that sense that I feel very lonely. I feel very lonely, but at the same time, that's my own problem too, right? It's not like just because you're indie, you're inherently alone. That's not true. Plenty of indies have a great community, a great group of friends, great group of VTubers they hang out with. it's a me problem. I don't like talking to people. I don't like interacting with people. So if it's not like legally required for me to interact with people, I typically don't. And then I feel sad because I have no friends. So yeah, it's a me issue. So it's not really an issue of being an indie, right? But yeah, I miss having a group of people to work alongside with, to grow together with, and to be legally required to interact with from time to time. I also really like the structure that corpos give, which I think is something that I miss, because now that I'm doing everything myself, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but I'm very, very, very like neurotic about scheduling and like doing a to-do list and checking off every single thing on my to-do list. You know, in a corpo, I was more lenient even, and more I guess I gave myself more grace because I was working with other people and I allowed other people to take more time doing stuff. But now that I'm alone and I'm the only one managing things, I'm like, if I don't get this done right now, I'm a fucking failure. You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you mean I can't get through all of these tasks throughout the day? So like, I'm structuring things for myself, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I think I'm a little bit more harsh on myself because now I'm just working by myself, right? So yeah, I think I really like structure, but it's really hard to give myself grace when I'm the one making my own structures, you know? So I miss being corporal in a way that like it was still structured. I still had deadlines and stuff to get done, but it also depended on other people around me and what they did. So the responsibility wasn't like solely on my shoulders, I guess. So yeah, that's another thing that I kind of miss about being corporal. But at the same time, I feel like since I'm just working by myself, I'm really on top of everything. It's really tiring, don't get me wrong. It's so stressful. But it's good being able to be on top of things and to actually like oversee some of my projects more personally. Because before there was always like my manager and their manager and people even above that, right? Yeah, but overall, being indie has been a great experience. I'm really liking it. The freedom is good. I think giving me too much freedom is a little bit bad at the same time because I kind of just want to try a little bit of everything, which isn't necessarily terrible, but when you're growing a brand and things like that, it can be a little bit annoying. But oh well, who cares? I'm just gonna do what I like and I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna keep doing ASMR, even though ASMR is kind of hated on by YouTube right now. Good night, crayons! Thank you so much for hanging out with me! But yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And overall, the entire experience of yeah, if I was a full-time streamer, I think I definitely would be able to do way more. So maybe a corporal wouldn't necessarily help out more. I think being in a corporal really only helps If you need that extra help in the management and the structure and the extra like financial support, I think really good reasons to join a corporal, by the way. Shit is really expensive. But if I had all the time in the world, if I wasn't doing anything else, I would learn how to do way more editing stuff, way more mixing stuff, and I'd be pushing out more content, that's for sure. But yeah. Overall, the experience of going from corpo to indie has been quite positive. There's not much for me to complain about, honestly. Everything has been really good. I'm very grateful. I'm in a very good spot, and I'm privileged because I have all of you to help me along, right? Yeah, I think a lot of people were really confused when I first debuted with Globee because, first of all, it's an EU agency, and I'm only an honorary British. I'm not really British. I'm just honorary British. And drinking water. And yeah, I think people were really confused why I wanted to do so much ASMR when I wasn't really doing a lot of ASMR before this. Understandable, honestly. Incredibly understandable. But I don't know. For me at that time, that was the best decision for myself. I didn't want to join a corpo that required me to learn how to sing or dance because there was no time for me to do that. I was starting my grad program, and I wanted a corpo that could help me financially get back on my feet, and they were very generous, which was great. Because yeah, I was away for a bit before that because I had some health issues that was quite distressing at the time, and it kind of depleted a lot of my savings, so I didn't want to go back into things as an indie and have to pay everything off myself. So yeah, at that time, that was, I think, the most reasonable decision for me to make, and I'm glad that I made it because I'm glad that I'm here with all of you now, Cera Luceria, right? But yeah, maybe it was a little bit confusing for people who might not have known everything, right? Let me teach you to sing and dance. I would love to. I literally just have no time. I have no time right now. But one day, I would love to be an idol one day. Yeah. I just don't have the time or energy to do it, even though it's something that I really, really want to do. It's like one of my dreams to be able to sing and dance and be a cute idol. But one thing at a time. We tackle grad school first. And then we become an idol. Time to do a BTS cover to prove you aren't a fake fan. Actually, I think after that, I just have to admit that I am a fraud. I am a fake fan. The idol arc will become real one day. One of these days, I promise you. But it might not be anytime soon. I'd say I'm a casual. Yeah, that's what I was calling myself. I was like, I'm just a casual fan, you know? Like, I just listen to their hit songs and stuff, and that's it. But honestly, I don't even know if I can consider myself a casual fan. Bring purple flowers to your funeral. Ah! Yeah, I don't think I'm ARMY either. I don't think I've ever been like a really, really big fan of BTS. Like, I just listen to their popular songs, like the songs that came on the radio when they came to the States, and the songs that my friends used to show me when they were really into BTS. Well, here's the thing. I did start with ASMR, but there was this period where I could not pursue ASMR because, well, my NDA has expired, so whatever. I just was told I could not do ASMR because somebody else was doing ASMR in the company. This is before Globey. Even though, like, a lot of my audition stuff was filled with ASMR. I literally applied with ASMR. There were some League of Legends clips, don't get me wrong. The clips were included in the audition. But they told me that because they had a talent that was already doing ASMR, they didn't want any of our content to clash with each other. It wouldn't be fair for the other girl, and so they told me that even though I could do ASMR, I couldn't do it seriously. So most of my ASMR were just like chatting ASMR and like a little bit of triggers because I couldn't invest in any of that. And yeah, I was forced to play League of Legends. Yeah, even though the talent herself didn't really give a shit, and she actually wanted to do more ASMR with me so we could do it together. Could have been a heated rivalry. I know. So yeah, when I was in indie before that, I was doing ASMR. That was my main content. I still play League because League was fun, obviously, but it wasn't my main content anymore at that point. Whoa, very rude. We don't say things like that here. Delta showed up when Lee was mentioned. Of course she did! And I was also told, like, okay, you're allowed to, like, stream other things. I can do ASMR, like, as long as it's not my main content, I could do ASMR, as long as I streamed at least League of Legends 1 day a week, right? Because, League of Legends was my main content, apparently. And then I was also told when we started focusing on long-form video that I could choose what I wanted to do for my long-form videos because it doesn't have to be the same thing as my live streams. That's what I was told, right? I was like, okay, well, I don't want to do League of Legends videos. Like, what? Like, their suggestion was like, oh, go troll, like, Iron player lobbies. Or, like, hire a coach and troll your coach. Make content out of that. I was like, I don't want to make content like that. That sounds so freaking awful. I don't want to do that. So they're like, okay, you can do something else then, as long as like you focus on that thing for videos only, right? But no, at the end it was like back and forth, but it just ended up being like you have to do League of Legends. You're a League of Legends girl, you have to do League of Legends. Awful! Roll my eyes. So hard. Roll my eyes. Like, I didn't have a problem with the live streaming part because they told me beforehand. I was like, yeah, sure, I can live stream one League of Legends stream every week. I like playing League of Legends anyway. I was gonna do that to begin with, right? But I wanted to do ASMR, and I didn't know I couldn't focus on ASMR until afterwards. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I can live stream League of Legends once a week. There's no problem with that. I like it. As long as I can keep doing ASMR, right? Yeah, of course. It was... Yeah. But at the same time, I also didn't regret that. That was also a good experience. I think that was a needed experience for me. I wouldn't have made it as an indie, and I'm just gonna put it out there and say it how it is. If I didn't join that corpo and get that exposure, I would not be streaming right now. I know a lot of you are like, no, Sarah, I believe you. You're so good at what you do. I appreciate it, but I'm also, you know, I'm very realistic about these things. If I didn't join that company, I wouldn't have been able to meet a lot of you. I wouldn't have been able to meet a lot of my friends, and a lot of the opportunities that I have now was because I got that exposure, and that networking opportunity. So yeah, that wasn't something that I regret either. I wish it went differently. I wish that it worked out, but yeah, it wasn't terrible. And I didn't leave because, like, I know a lot of people were leaving at that time, and there was a lot of speculation around, oh, Sarah just wants to leave. Like, she never wanted to be here. But, like, for me, I actually had to go get my health checked out. At that time, it was a serious health crisis that I had to deal with. So, well, while yes, it wasn't the best time that I had experienced there, I didn't leave because of that. Yeah, I was dying. Well, I wasn't actually dying, but I felt like I was dying. I felt like I was losing it. I did not know what was going on with me. It was crazy. It was so stressful, and I was in so much pain, like, all the time. And I had to play League of Legends. So, like, yeah, it wasn't horrible. I wouldn't have minded, like, staying there longer. But it just wasn't possible with all that was going on at the time. And yeah, it was bad timing. It coincided with a lot of the other graduations, but you know, it wasn't because of that. I mean, some of it had to do with it, but it wasn't the main reason. Also, I'm gonna talk about this now because my NDA has expired. Salmon was always my IP. She's not me. That's a different person, by the way. I'm Cera Luceria. But that was always my IP. And they actually agreed right away to let me have it because I was dying at the time. But I don't know why they didn't let me say it. I was like, just let me tell people. That'll give them, like, so much more grace. But I wasn't allowed to say it. They were threatening me, like, we will kill you. We'll kill you if you tell anyone. So I was like, oh, okay. Well then, it's your loss then. It's your loss then, okay? That's literally what I said. I was like, you're giving it back to me anyway. Isn't this better for you if you just post about it? If you just say it right away? Yeah, there was obviously an agreement between us, and I couldn't stream anyway because of my health issues, and they wanted me to not touch the IP for a certain period of time, right? So that was what I agreed to get the IP back. It didn't really matter to me at that point because my health was really concerning at the moment. So I was like, yeah, I won't be streaming as Salmon for a while anyway because I'm gonna focus on my health. So why don't you just say that? Why don't you just tell people? Why don't you just tell people? But they ultimately made the decision to not tell anyone about it, which I think is a stupid decision. But yeah, they really painted themselves in a much worse light than they actually were. Like, things weren't great, but like they made it way worse than it actually was, you know? Yeah, they were really good at farming that hate. And I was like, this makes no sense at all. They're like, no, you can't tell anyone until this time is up. I was like, okay, whatever. Whatever, not my problem. I'm gonna go get my health checked out in China, so you guys deal with this. I don't care anymore. Right? And I couldn't say anything. Like, it was so sad not being able to say anything. But they were like, we're not gonna give it back to you if it leaks. If it gets out, if it leaks, we're not gonna hand it over to you. So I couldn't say anything, obviously. But it's just stupid how they didn't want to say any of this, even though it would help them so much. I think like a lot of what they thought about was like, okay, it's not fair if you get the IP, but other people who graduated don't get the IP. But my brother in Christ, that was my IP, so yeah, you're giving it back to me. Like it's different. It's a completely different situation. Like, you're just making it so much worse for yourself. Right? It's entirely different, but they were worried because at that time they had a lot of other people graduating too, and I guess they were like, okay, it's not gonna be fair if we give it back to you and we don't give it to other people, which is stupid because that was mine. That was mine to begin with, you know? Like, wouldn't this look better for you if you just said it out loud to begin with? Whatever. And yeah, during that time, they actually weren't ghosting me. Eventually, they did start ghosting, but that was like when the company exploded, so that makes sense. But before that, they weren't actually ghosting me, so... Big stretch. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that happened. So nice of them. Oh my gosh, so nice of them. But yeah, that happened, and again, nothing I regret there. I think that was the best decision that I could have made for myself at that point, because I was not gonna make it as an indie. I don't think if I had continued streaming as an indie and not having joined any companies up till this point, yeah, no, I wouldn't have continued streaming. So yeah, I don't know what the future holds for us. I don't think I'm considering any more corpos, at least not at this current moment. I think we're in a really good spot, a sweet spot where I'm able to do the stuff that I like and I get a lot of support from you guys. And hopefully that continues. Hopefully that's long term, but you never know with content creation, right? So I don't know what my plans are, but things can always change. I just know that I'm really liking where we're at. I'm really liking the things that we do together. I'm really liking being Cera. So yeah, happy 6 months of being indie, I suppose. And thank you for coming on this journey with me. Oh my god, yeah! I'm spending money like I don't need it, which is not true because I really need it. I'm in a fucking grad school and it's very, 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 very expensive. But yeah, so it's already been 6 months. In another 6 months, we're gonna celebrate my 2-year anniversary, which is crazy. It feels like I just debuted. But obviously, for the anniversary, Cera Luceria is going to get a new outfit. I've shown Benny this already. Benny's seen it. Sorry, I can't keep shit to myself. I have to show people because I get so excited. So that outfit by Mancha, my current model mama, is in the works. I think I should have more updates regarding it very soon. Maybe by the end of the week, actually. It might be done. And another model is going to be started on quite soon, too. This one has been... You know, I've wanted this model artist since I was back in the day. Back then, you know? Thiago, thank you. Shut up, though. Shut your mouth. No more. So I actually don't think this art is something that suits me. I think it's not really my style, but you know, I want to treat myself. The Donathon was a big success. I wanted to treat myself to this artist because I've been eyeing their art for so long. So they're gonna get started on that, I think, in a month or two. And then following that, I know, Cera Luceria wasting all her money on Las Vegas BTS and VTuber models. Don't judge me, I'm just a girl. And the other one is the NSFW. Super chat. Shut up! Shut up! And Thiago! Oh my god, stop. But thank you, I do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and then we have another model that's gonna get started on too, but that one is in the fall, so it's a little bit later. And that's gonna be the NSFW model. I'm really excited for that one. That one's also something that I've wanted for a really long time. I was like, if I were to ever do NSFW, this is the artist I'm going to commission. Okay, and I'm doing it. I am following my dreams, and I'm able to follow my dreams because of you guys. So thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for allowing me to do all of these silly things. And I hope you'll enjoy everything that I'll prepare for you guys. I dreamt of my phone.
I heard Sin Money.
So much! What the heck? Guys, there is no dono goal, so you really don't need to do this. But thank you so much. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I feel so incredibly loved every time I yap with you. Every time we spend time together. This is what my professor means. Like, why do I need real life connections when I have all of you guys here? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's not even the people, not even like the people in real life throw money at me. They don't. Is this really for me? Thank you. That's Brock! That's a lot of money you're throwing at me. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. God,
I heard you need more rocks.
I don't have a dono goal. I literally did not even set one up, okay? So quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Yeah, my prof did say that. Like, you know, it's so much easier to go on the internet and find friends. He asked the class, like, how many of you in recent months have actually made a friend? Like, went out of your way in your day-to-day life and spoke to a stranger enough to, like, actually become friends with them, right? Like, it's so rare. Who actually does that? Even if you're a normie that goes out every single day, you don't, like, just randomly make friends. But online it's different. We are forming connections as we speak right now. I mean, that is kind of how you make friends. You kind of have to, in person, you kind of have to talk to strangers. You kind of just have to strike up conversations with strangers. But we don't do that because, first of all, a lot of us are working all day. If you work all day, where are you gonna go after work? You probably want to go home after work, right? And a lot of us are just introverted. We are big introverts, huge introverts. Very rare for people to be extroverts that actually want to make more friends. Yeah, how about sports, hey? Do you like the weather? Have you heard of this new show called The Boys? Yeah, I'm also part of the Go Home Club. Like, what do you mean? I don't want to have a drink with my coworkers after I've spent all week with them working. Like, those aren't my friends. Like, I'm gonna go home, microwave some dinner, and watch Netflix. I'm not gonna go have a drink with my coworkers. Shut up. Yeah, but then we could go online and be like, hey, internet friends, want to chat about something? See, like how we're doing right now? Or hey, internet friends, want to play League of Legends? That's so much more accessible, right? So that's why people are looking more towards online connections. And can we really say they're worse or not as good as real life connections? I don't think so. As long as you're not hurting yourself and being insane about it, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, my mother is texting me. She's telling me that she wants to eat lunch now. I don't know why she didn't just eat lunch by herself. What? Okay, let me text her back. I will eat soon. You eat first. Sorry, I'm reaching over to my phone stand to text with one finger. Sarah, oh my god, I've been streaming for 4 hours? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess this is a good spot to call it a day. I'll be streaming more this week anyway, so I guess I'll go eat lunch with my mother. I am hungry too. I am feeling a little bit hungry. I had a peanut butter sandwich this morning. Alright, let's raid into Bonnie. Since she's pretty much yapping about Globy exploding too. So go say hi to Bonnie for me, okay? And Ceravants, your kisses will be during our ASMR stream on YouTube. Not on Earplay. But, so that means the next time I see you for ASMR on YouTube would be on Friday. So that means you get 4 kisses, Ceravants. You get 4 kisses. Since tomorrow we have a free earplay stream, I'm gonna do more ear licking and like breathing stuff over there. I'm a little bit more afraid to do that on YouTube these days, so it's gonna be free on earplay tomorrow. And then on Wednesday I'm doing the Devil in Me collab with Saf. We haven't played that game in so long. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna do our best to finish it, okay? Hopefully not by killing everybody off, but we're gonna finish that game. And then taking a break on Thursday. On Friday, we're doing roleplay ASMR on YouTube, followed by earplay for T2 members. And then on Saturday, I'm taking a quick break. And on Sunday, if I could get my eye tracker set up. I tried setting it up the other day before I went on vacation, but it didn't work. So hopefully this week, I'll have some time to play around with it a little bit more. I really want to look at big honking titties. I'm gonna be playing Nikkei for the first time. I've never played that game. I've seen a lot of my friends play it, but I don't know anything about the story. I know you shoot guns. That's about it. I have big titties. So, yeah, that is the plan for this week. It's good. Yeah, I've heard really good things about it, so I'm gonna try it out. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back. Thank you for waiting for me. I'm so sorry I've kept you waiting all this time. Thank you for your patience. And if I have to disappear again, I'll of course let you guys know. But keep me and my family in your thoughts. And hopefully I won't have to go anywhere soon. So... Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow night over on Earplay, okay? Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a good day, have a good night. Don't go to work anymore, quit your job, and Cera Luceria, out.